Archangel Michael says, what you are about to read will shake your soul but awaken your strength. The one you love with every heartbeat is about to make a life-altering decision next month. A secret is being kept from you that will soon be too loud to hide. They're not just stepping away, they are stepping into something that was never discussed with you. Their silence is a scream in disguise, and this silence has grown into a plan. While you've been holding on to hope, they've been holding on to someone else's hand behind the curtain. Every meeting they missed, every message they delayed replying to, it all had a reason. That reason is now forming into a wedding vow, and that vow will not have your name in it. The place, the date, and the person, they've already begun to finalize. Type Amen to get blessing 447. You have been walking around in love, blindfolded by loyalty. This love you gave freely, they stored quietly and moved on without return. The signs were always present, but your heart chose to defend them instead of decoding them. Archangel Michael says, this isn't about heartbreak, it's about revelation. This moment you are in is a divine spotlight, not a shadow of failure. It's time to see this not as an ending, but as evidence of who truly deserves your love. Comment, I accept the truth, if this message finds your soul. Their family already knows. Invitations are being whispered in closed rooms. The date has been marked not on public walls, but in private diaries. The clothes are being stitched. The guest list is being polished. And your name is not even mentioned once. Type Amen to get blessing 929. Someone very close to them tried to stop them. They saw your pain and begged them to reconsider. But their mind is made up, and their heart, whatever is left of it, is somewhere else now. This love you have carried like sacred gold, they are treating like dust in the wind. And yet you keep dreaming of a reunion, when they are designing a new life that no longer includes you. There is still time, but it's not much. Comment, I won't be fooled again, if you've seen glimpses of this truth. The ring has already been chosen. The pictures are already imagined. You were never meant to find out like this, but heaven refuses to let you be blindsided. Archangel Michael says, this pain you feel is not punishment, it's preparation. You are not being abandoned, you are being redirected with force, because you refused to let go. What you thought was destiny was only disguise. Type Amen to get blessing 114. They kept pretending everything was fine, just so you wouldn't ask the right questions. They avoided you just enough to escape suspicion but stayed just enough to confuse you. That's not love, that's manipulation. The conversations are short because their attention is elsewhere. The apologies sound rehearsed because they've said them too many times. You've been reduced to an emotional backup plan, and it's time you break free from that cycle. Comment, I deserve to be chosen first, if you're ready to cut the cord. Even their friends know about it. They speak in codes when you're around. One of them almost slipped up last week, that's why their behavior shifted so quickly. You will be hearing whispers about a destination event soon. Don't ignore them. This marriage will be hidden until it's too late to protest. Type Amen to get blessing 781. You may even get a message from them before it happens. It might be a check-in just to ease their guilt. But behind every message now lies a goodbye in disguise. Archangel Michael says, let them go. You are not losing them, you are being rescued from what would have broken you more deeply later. You deserve someone who chooses you openly, not someone who hides you like a secret. Comment, no more secrets, no more lies, if you're finally ready to walk away. There is someone better prepared for your heart. But their arrival is delayed because your hands are still clinging to someone else's shadow. Release the past so your future can breathe. They have mistaken your silence as permission. But your silence was only kindness, not weakness. Now let your strength roar louder than their betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 203. They fear confrontation. That's why they haven't told you. Because if you knew, they know you would never look at them the same way again. They remember your loyalty. They remember the moments you saved them from despair. But they're using those memories only to feed their ego, not to cherish your love. Comment, you cannot walk away from truth if you're done holding on. There was once a window to make this right. But they closed it. Not with force, but with cold distance, polite disinterest, and sugar-coated excuses. Now someone else is helping them pick outfits. Now another voice is telling them, I do. And that voice is not yours. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Your intuition knew before your eyes did. Every night you felt something was shifting, something was being taken. That was no imagination, that was spiritual warning. Archangel Michael says, this message came to you not for sorrow, but for strength. This message is heaven's way of pulling you out before you drown. Comment, my peace is more important than their love, if you're choosing yourself now. Even if they come back later, remember this day. Remember who stayed quiet while your heart cracked. Remember who couldn't even give you honesty when they were giving someone else commitment. They chose someone else while your soul was praying for them. But now heaven is choosing you, to be protected, elevated, and healed. Type Amen to get blessing 300. You are not replaceable. You are not forgotten. You are simply being redirected away from the one who lost the vision of your worth. They think their wedding will make them complete. But a celebration built on secrets can never bring peace. They'll come to regret this, but that regret is not your healing to carry. Comment, healing is now my priority, if you're taking your power back. Next month will reveal everything. A photo. A comment. A tagged location. Something will leak out, and it will confirm everything you've just read. Archangel Michael says, that moment will hurt, but it will also free you like never before. You will be able to let go, not with bitterness, but with divine clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 1011. You have a light too bright for someone who hides in shadows. You are not meant to be a chapter in someone else's double life. You were born to be the headline of someone's purpose. This message is your wake-up call. You can't unsee it. You can't unfeel it. You just have to act on it. Comment, "This is my new beginning," if you're walking away in truth. Don't chase someone who's walking down the aisle towards someone else. Don't break yourself to fit a love that's already broken its promise. Don't keep silent when your heart is screaming. Archangel Michael says, "Wipe your tears. Rise up. A crown is waiting where you thought only ashes were left." Type Amen to get blessing 644. Every new beginning starts with a painful truth. But the truth that hurts the most is the one that heals the deepest. That healing starts now. Forgive yourself for loving them. Forgive them for not loving you enough. And now, start your new chapter. Comment, "The pain ends here," if you're choosing peace over pieces. They had so many chances to tell you the truth. Each time they smiled, they swallowed a secret. Each hug you gave was returned with a lie stitched tightly behind their back. You saw the red flags, but you painted them white with your loyalty. You justified the distance, the late replies, the sudden mood swings. But now you see clearly, what you thought was patience was actually your pain stretching itself for someone who stopped deserving it. Type Amen to get blessing 1172. This marriage they're stepping into isn't the fairy tale they imagine. It's rushed. It's layered with fear, pressure, and unfinished emotions that still link back to you. Deep in their heart, there is a room only you filled. But they've chosen to close that door, lock it, and throw away the key in hopes of starting over. That attempt to erase your name will backfire, not because you wish it, but because truth cannot be buried forever. Comment, "The door is closed for good," if you've decided to stop waiting on lies. They are trying to replace the bond you gave them. But connections birthed in deception will collapse. And when they do, your name will echo in their regrets. The person they're marrying doesn't know the full story. But heaven does. And heaven has chosen to step in for your protection. Type Amen to get blessing 1400. You are being redirected to someone who will never let your name be a secret. Someone who will proudly love you, not privately use you. But for that chapter to begin, this pain must be closed. Archangel Michael says, this heartbreak is heaven's way of healing you. Not by soft words, but by brutal truth. Because sometimes the truth is the only force strong enough to break chains you thought were love. Comment, I choose my freedom over fantasy, if you're cutting the cord. You've cried enough for someone who didn't cry for you. You've waited for messages that were never typed. You've reread old conversations hoping to find signs, but they were never there. Stop reopening wounds with memories. Stop checking their updates just to punish your own heart. Today, let this message be the day your healing takes its first real breath. Type Amen to get blessing 669. Someone else is entering your life. They will not hide you. They will hold you in the light. But they are waiting for you to stop dimming yourself for the one who already left. Your story doesn't end with this betrayal. It begins again, with honor, truth, and clarity. The moment you stop giving energy to the wrong person, you make space for the right one. Comment, I'm making space for true love, if you're done with the past. You deserve celebration, not secrets. You deserve a partner, not a pretender. And you deserve a wedding where the only name on your heart is theirs, and theirs is yours. This pain was never punishment. It was redirection. The heavens never punish, they protect. Type Amen to get blessing 1311. You won't have to wonder with the next one. You won't have to beg for time. You won't have to shrink your soul just to fit someone's plans. Archangel Michael says, the tears you cried will return to you as blessings multiplied. Keep your heart open, not for their return, but for your rise. A divine love will meet you at the gate of your healing. Comment, my soul is rising now, if you believe your blessing is on its way. Every lie they told is now their burden. Every time they ignored your love, they created a distance even eternity won't close. And one day soon, when the noise of celebration fades, your silence will be the loudest echo they hear. Let them go without bitterness. Let them walk into a future that doesn't include you. Because yours will shine with more glory than anything they can create from deception. Type Amen to get blessing 728. You are royalty. They treated you like an option. But heaven has never forgotten your worth. This message is your permission to close that book. You've read every chapter. You've underlined every lie. It's time to write a new one, with you as the main character and peace as the ending. Comment, the old story is closed, if you're ready for new beginnings. The next time someone says, I love you, it won't come with hidden agendas. It won't be whispered in dark corners. It will be loud, clear, and pure. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a season where only real things can stay. No more half-loves. No more hidden weddings. No more betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 567. Stay silent no more. Speak your truth. Cry if you must, scream if it heals, but don't go back. Your peace is louder than their presence. Your future is louder than their name. And your joy will one day drown out the sound of their I do that was never meant for you. Comment, this is the sound of my healing, if you're choosing peace over pain. They will try to reach out again, but not out of love. It will be guilt. It will be confusion. It will be the consequence of choosing someone else while still feeling your energy in their soul. But by then, it will be too late. You'll have risen too high to respond. You'll have learned that sometimes the best reply is silence soaked in self-worth. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. The tables will turn, not by your hand, but by divine justice. What was hidden will be revealed. What was broken will be restored in ways they never imagined possible. Archangel Michael says, when betrayal tries to visit your door again, it will find no access. Because your spirit will be protected by truth and your future guarded by light. What once tore you down will now lift you up beyond reach. Comment, divine justice is unfolding for me, if you believe their choices will no longer affect you. The next month will bring a storm, but not for you, for them. Their decision will come with complications they didn't plan. A wedding doesn't erase the past, it only amplifies the unfinished. You will hear news. People will talk. They will send screenshots, whispers, maybe even invitations. Don't fall for the illusion. The enemy of your peace will always try one last time to enter. Type Amen to get blessing 952. Walk with grace. Watch from a distance. Let your healing speak for you. Don't prove anything. Don't explain anything. Let your life become the loudest evidence that you didn't lose them, they lost you. Comment, I release them with power, not pain, if you're ready to shut the door forever. Your future is not delayed, it was just being protected from joining the wrong timeline. You were moments away from giving your entire life to someone who couldn't even give you honesty. Thank heaven that silence broke before vows were exchanged. Their marriage will not silence your value. Their choices do not define your beauty. And their distance will never match the strength you are walking into now. Type Amen to get blessing 331. Don't wait for closure. This message is the closure. You don't need an apology to heal. You don't need an explanation to move forward. Archangel Michael says, sometimes the silence of heaven is louder than all their empty words. That silence broke today because you were finally ready to hear the truth. The truth that you are not meant to be a backup in anyone's life story. Comment, this message is my closure, if your heart is ready to move forward. The ring they chose is beautiful, but it carries secrets. The pictures will be lovely, but they won't show the lies behind them. The celebration will be loud, but your healing will be louder in the spirit realm. You may not be attending their wedding, but heaven is preparing a feast in your name. A blessing so bold, no shadow from the past can dim it. And you will walk in wearing peace as your crown. Type Amen to get blessing 1200. This is not the end of your love story. It is the beginning of the chapter where you are finally the one being pursued. You are finally the one being fought for. You are finally the one being chosen, fully. Don't return to a story you've already outgrown. Don't reread pages that no longer serve your heart. Let the ink dry on that book, and walk boldly into your new season. Comment, my new chapter begins now, if you're ready to say goodbye with strength. Even now, your heart may still ache. That's okay. Love doesn't vanish overnight, it melts slowly, day by day, in the fire of truth. Let your tears fall. But let each one water the garden of your future. The love coming your way will not need to hide behind curtains or timelines, it will stand in the open, fearless and true. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. You were not rejected, you were redirected. You were not left behind, you were lifted. And you were not unloved, you were saved from a situation that could have destroyed your joy forever. Archangel Michael says, you were pulled back for your protection. You were shielded, not silenced. You were preserved for someone who won't just speak your name, but will carry it like a promise. Comment, I am walking into divine alignment, if you know a greater love is waiting. Look at yourself now. Still standing. Still breathing. Still radiant, even after betrayal tried to dim your glow. That strength, that resilience, that inner fire, it's your proof that you were built for more. More than deception. More than secrecy. More than almosts. Type Amen to get blessing 432. Let them have their wedding. Let them have their moment. But you, take your crown and prepare for a divine appointment that makes their celebration look like a whisper. Your soul is too large to be trapped in tiny stories. Your destiny is too golden to be hidden in someone else's silence. Let go completely, and watch how heaven responds. Comment, I am royalty rising from rejection, if you're ready to ascend above it all. They thought your silence meant defeat. They mistook your kindness for weakness. But heaven was only giving them enough time to bury themselves in the choices they made without you. Soon, you'll no longer even crave their explanation. Soon, their name won't cause a storm in your chest. What they've walked away from is something they'll spend a lifetime trying to replace, and fail. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They will hear about your rise. Not from you, but from others who witness your glow. Your success, your peace, your joy will all speak louder than their wedding vows ever could. Archangel Michael says, your destiny does not compete, it conquers. There is no revenge greater than silent evolution. You're not just moving on, you're moving above. Comment, elevation over explanation, if your spirit has chosen the higher road. You will walk past mirrors and finally recognize yourself again. Not the broken version who begged to be loved, but the warrior who survived loving someone who never deserved that depth. Don't hide your heart. Don't let this betrayal build a wall where a gate is meant to be. Someone new is approaching, one who carries no mask, no hidden ring, no hidden partner. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Their wedding may be loud, but your peace will be louder. Their celebration may last a day, but your restoration will echo for a lifetime. You are not forgotten, you are being formed in the fire for something higher. The truth hurts, but only for a moment. And then, the truth frees. You now have the wings they tried to clip. Comment, freedom tastes better than false love, if you're soaring into what's meant for you. Your prayers were not in vain. They reached heaven. They moved angels. But heaven answered not by giving you them, but by saving you from them. Archangel Michael says, they were never yours. They were your lesson. Your stepping stone. Your reminder of what love is not. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. Your future self is already thanking you. Thanking you for walking away. Thanking you for choosing self-respect over temporary attention. You will smile again, and this time, it won't hide pain. You will love again, and this time, it won't end in silence. Comment, thank you, past me, for letting go, if your heart is grateful for the wisdom this pain birthed. This heartbreak was not a stop sign, it was a divine detour. A sharp turn away from disaster. A hidden miracle in the shape of disappointment. And now the road ahead is clear. Straight. Safe. Sacred. Filled only with what honors your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 155. Let them try to forget you. It won't work. Let them build a future that excludes you. It will never feel complete. Because no one can replace a soul like yours. And even if you were silent, your absence will scream through their memories. Comment, my absence will echo forever, if you know your value runs deep. They will wonder why you stopped calling. Why you stopped hoping. Why you no longer look for them. It's because you finally looked in the mirror and saw the only person you ever needed, you. And from that moment, everything changed. Type Amen to get blessing 3001. Archangel Michael says, this was not rejection, it was redirection into royalty. Every broken piece has now become the shape of your crown. Every tear you cried has now become the river that carries you into your new life. Let them marry. Let them forget. Let them move on. But you evolve. Comment, I am made of more, if you've decided not to look back anymore. You have now reached the conclusion of your divine message.